Mr. Desmond Choo.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I stand in support of the motion. There are two important macroeconomic changes that will impact Singapore's workforce significantly. They can impact our job and wage growth and ultimately our social compact. One, the automation and artificial intelligence, and two, the rise of the Southeast Asian economy. Macro-tech-inspired economic changes such as automation and AI will accelerate workplace changes and create new types of at-risk workers. The rise of AI and automation has left some to speculate that many jobs could be lost. It is not all doom and gloom. The demise of human jobs has to date been largely over-exaggerated. Technology generally creates more jobs than it destroys. In Singapore, for example, automation has taken away jobs such as the bus conductor, but it has created a generation of route masters and technicians over time. These are higher value jobs. But some jobs might indeed be made redundant. The jobs that appears to be most at risk in Singapore are those exposed to market restructuring and technology. They will include admin, executive finance assistants, and traditional manufacturing operators. For example, many telemarketing jobs and call center jobs are already replaced or complemented by AI. Now, less than a week ago, Google demonstrated the Google Duplex technology, powering the Google Assistant making a hair salon booking with a human hairstylist. I watched the demonstration and was rather tickled by the sounds like and tonal inflections that created a convincing, realistic cadence. But I started to worry when the Google Assistant could decide on alternative booking slots when the preferred one is unavailable. It is very sophisticated. Our admin executives and even concierge services must take notice. Now, what it does mean is that some jobs will be redefined and others lost. What it also means is that we need to identify such jobs earlier and help our workers to reskill early. Now, yet, while it's relatively easy to identify at-risk jobs, it can be difficult to retrain and move workers. I met Madam Tan in her mid-50s who has been working in the printing industry for the past 20+ years. She does some order processing and basic typesetting. It is rather typical of work in a traditional SME printer. She knew that she was in the sunset industry as consumers move to digital images and her work has been automated quickly. Yet, when I encouraged her to make plans early, she declined to change industries. She lacks direction on which job to change to without significant loss of income. Her children have yet to start working and she needs the income. The process of retraining was also daunting. Many members of this House will have encountered similar examples. The consequence of us not making a change earlier would be eventual retrenchment and extended unemployment. The rapid disruptions have also caused anxieties for workers, even including younger ones. Many knew that changes are coming, but what to move into is usually a much tougher question to answer. And the training to undertake that leads to a successful job switch is even tougher to make. The demands of the new economy requires a new job market that is more fluid and responsive to the needs of both employers and workers. I suggest 3 key features for this new job market. 1, this new market needs companies to evolve new jobs quickly with workers ready to train. Ultimately, companies provide jobs. If they do not evolve fast enough, our workers' wages would be stagnant and might eventually lose their jobs. Therefore, our industry transformation maps must be pervasive and help our companies to transform. This is the point also brought up by Minister Ng Chee Meng and Mr. Melvin Yong. Now, for example, asset pooling such as sharing of technology can help our SMEs overcome their lack of resources and inertia. Working with NTUC to introduce customized training is another option. Now, 2, we need a better matching of jobs and workers facilitated by AI-enabled platform. Now, the latter sounds ironical, but it is the shot in the arm for the job market. The current mycareersfuture.sg is a useful start. It has embedded capabilities to learn and get better at matching jobs to workers. However, it will need refinements to improve participation by smaller employers. Reaching a critical mass is essential for AI to be effective. Many micro or smaller SMEs have yet to post their jobs on the platform. Many workers, especially the older ones, have also not used it because of language barriers that we need to address quickly. Many more workers need help to look beyond the current industry and navigate to new possibilities, which they found it very difficult to use on the site. Now, this might require human intervention. Now, 3, I propose that we need to develop the capabilities to generate or look into micro-jobs. Our aging population requires new job types to sustain the economic vibrancy and competency of our Singaporeans. Many older workers prefer jobs that are less physically demanding. However, many jobs still require shift work or extensive amount of time at the workplace. Technology disruptions and economic restructuring have the potential to affect the jobs of our older workers disproportionately. They also find it harder to reskill. Even our policy changes can affect them adversely. For example, I have a couple of Chinese educated residents who found it very difficult to pass the PDVL for private hire vehicles, even though he has been very adept at his craft for the past 2 years. We need to find new job types within the community that can best meet the income and lifestyle needs of our older workers. In 2011, the North East Community Development Council started the Community Employment Program. Annually, 166 residents work in jobs such as cafe corner assistants for 5 hours daily. They earn around $500 per person and $740 if you include book fare incentive for 55-year-old. We term these micro-jobs. These are not full jobs and are not meant to be so. The scheme shows that there are good possibilities in both private and public sectors for similar and better paying micro-jobs. For example, our older workers can help to engage residents and run the administrative functions in a senior activity center. We need such alternative job creation capabilities to continue to keep our residents in the workforce beyond 67 years old, especially when 1 in 4 Singaporeans will be older than 65 years old come 2030. Next, let me share some thoughts about the next macroeconomic change and its impact for Singapore, and it's the rise of the Southeast Asian market. With a $6.2 trillion combined economy and a population of 620 million people, the Southeast Asian market is one of the fastest growing regions in the world. By 2020, the World Economic Forum predicts Southeast Asia will be the 5th largest economy in the world. The investment and job opportunities for Singapore and Singaporeans are tremendous. Because investment structures in this region are not fully developed, there are opportunities to develop solutions for such inefficiencies. In fact, such market inefficiencies have given rise to a generation of fast-growing Southeast Asian companies that can compete globally, such as Gojek. In fact, if you try Gojek, it is already more than a ride-hailing company. They have Go Clean for cleaning, they have Go Med for healthcare, they even have Go Massage if you need a massage. The pace of expansion is relentless. We need our people to better understand the region in order to thrive. Joining in the Southeast Asian growth can create a potential second wing of our economy. It diversifies and expands economic space. More importantly, the larger market allows our companies to expand and create more and better jobs. I have a 60-year-old resident who was retrenched from his oil and gas job 9 months ago. When I visited him recently, I thought that he might be despondent for not being able to find another job easily. Now, fortunately, he had leveraged on his network in Thailand, which was established on an overseas posting quite a few years ago, and found another job in Thailand rather quickly. We can similarly build such resilience in our system by looking at the Southeast Asian market as an extension of the Singapore domestic market. This then requires our companies and our younger Singaporeans to better understand the region. Our schools, public service and trade associations have already started exchanges. We must continue to deepen engagements at all levels. With Singapore as the ASEAN chair, it's an important opportunity for our different entities to lay the foundation for deeper ties. Rather than just attachments to companies in Singapore or in America, UK, our students can be given opportunities to study and work alongside their Southeast Asian counterparts. The MNCs which operate in this region can be useful partners under the Global Innovation Alliance to scale up such opportunities. We should also seek to establish business councils with Southeast Asian countries where there are currently none. This provides companies with bilateral and multilateral opportunities to deepen understanding of investment culture and structures. Having the fastest growing region at our doorsteps is an unparalleled chance at economic expansion. We must be mindful that it also brings along regional companies eager to partake in the growth. We will have competition and opportunities in equal measures. While economic restructuring and technological disruptions have affected jobs and caused uncertainty, we are restructuring from a position of strength in a high-growth region. Many of the fastest growth countries in the world are Southeast Asian. However, we need a different job market to help our Singaporeans to navigate the vagaries of the changing market. We will need longer-term investment in Southeast Asia to ensure longer-term economic growth. We have the correct foundation in Singapore, but we must all participate in this change so that all Singaporeans can grow together as one. Mr. Speaker, sir, I support the motion.